coming to you live from the Salad and Fries studio. With me, your host, Cintron.
Hey y'all, we live and living in color. Yes, it's two of us. It's supposed to be three. The third one might pop up. The three amigos supposed to be tonight, but we don't know. We'll see if Dewayne pops up because he's currently traveling. We're gonna leave it at that. Work obligations. Either way, hi guys, it's Cintron. I'm your host for tonight on Salad and Fries for your Poolside Laughs with the boys, and this is Maurice, the world-renowned, legendary, critically acclaimed, awarded multimedia mogul of category is podcast. Hey,
what's up?
Nothing much, boo. What's going on?
Not much. I hadn't seen you in a while. So
listen, that's why today is perfect because I was like, we gotta get Mo on, and then Dewayne on. Honey, you know this. It's not that I need a producer, but child, let me tell you, I keep saying I need a producer, but this be a lot.
A lot goes into producing the show.
A lot
happen.
People don't.
But you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Let me say where I want to be at. I just want to show up. I want you to give me my cards, and this marketing, the all this record, honey, this is a lot. It is a lot to do, but we knock it out whenever we can. And well, you've been doing it for a while, so you do pretty good.
But mine's recorded ahead of time, so I can do all that behind the scenes.
You're like, boo boo, I do mine ahead of time. No, honey, you know, I like a little live show, you know, because stuff falls apart. You be like, oh well, y'all caught that on camera, honey. It is what it is. Oh my gosh, so today is August 22nd, 2022, and you are watching today's Salad and Fries Poolside Chat. So we're going to actually, no, we're not by the pool, but I thought it was a cute name. I was like, Poolside Chat with the boys, hey! Because I was like, I know I'm going to be a mess. Don't forget, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like this video because we need to be becoming monetized on YouTube. Work with me here because when one come up, we all come up. So if one get fed, we all get fed. Work with me here. Also, don't forget to make sure you do go to www.salad-fries.com for all things salad and fries. We are so excited to have each of you here each and every Monday when I post it. But you can't have salad and fries every Monday because we have enough episodes where every Monday you can go to the website or you can go to YouTube and you can watch from the beginning, starting in 2020. Did I start in 2020? Yes, I started in 2020. June 2020 with the whole COVID thing. See how COVID do? It had me all working and stuff. Hey, Lamar. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. I need to call you, friend. I saw your post today. Baby, Maurice, let me tell you. Lamar had to let the people know. Lamar was like, I love y'all. So Lamar is the owner of Cakes L'Amour Bakery in Columbia, South Carolina. If you're ever in need of delicious sweet treats, please visit Cakes L'Amour in Columbia, South Carolina. You like what I did there just now? But either way, he had to let the kids know, don't be calling and texting me at 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning, video calling me, something you want to order a cake.
No.
No, not on my personal page. Like, friend, I know you, but I need you not to be calling me on my personal page. Thank y'all. So, yes, everyone, if you're in South Carolina, please visit Cakes L'Amour. Please support Black business, especially good Black business, because y'all know I don't support all business. Let me be clear. I don't care if you're black, white, green, or yellow. Baby, I ain't going to support you just because I know you. I'll support you because you have quality product that others deserve to experience. So don't forget Cakes L'Amour in Columbia, South Carolina. However, we have another product to push tonight. Where my bell at? Ding, 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 ding. We got another bell to ring. Didn't you just get an award for something?
Oh yes, but I can't announce it until
Oh, you can. Oh,
the
okay.
press
Time
release
out.
comes out.
Okay. See me being ahead because I'm like, wait a minute, didn't you get an award for something?
I
Hold on, let me look
did. I
at this.
did.
Let me look at your text because I was like, I know you got an award for something. Let me read. But you also have your own business,
I do.
and I want you to plug it. Let the kids know what you have. While I look this up.
So wait, so which award are you talking about? Because I've got many.
I know, right? My friends are popular, not popular, popular. My friends are popular.
The ones I can announce
The ones you
for
can
category
announce.
is yes. So my podcast category is won 3 awards at the
Period.
2022 Communicator Awards. I won Best Features Host for Podcast, Best Individual Podcast
Hold on.
Episode.
Individual. Period. The shade in that statement, if only they knew.
Okay. Okay. And best pop, no, not pop culture, best society and culture podcast.
See, y'all wonder why I be having Maurice on my show all the time. It's because I be trying to give me some extra ratings, honey. I said, let me get the people who win awards on my show, honey. They know what they doing. They know what they talking about. Oh my gosh. So, but you do have Paper Affair, right?
Paper Genius. So
Why do I say Paper Affair? You know why? It's because there's a store called Paper Affair in South Carolina.
Okay.
But see, your brand is way better because you do better products. They just have paper. But see, you have quality products.
That's true.
So Paper Genius, please let people know what Paper Genius is.
So Paper Genius is a luxury stationery company.
Luxury.
I started out doing handmade greeting cards, so I do have a line of greeting cards, but also expanded into doing stationery. So I have 2 notebooks that are, very well made. They're European standards, high quality papers.
Yes, European standards, because
Yes.
paper made in the UK is not. It's not the UK. That's in the United Kingdom. Paper made in the EU is not the same that is made in the US of A.
Very true. Very true. So yeah, I have those 2, and then also we expanded into doing luxury gift boxes. We're on Amazon. So go to amazon.com/papergenius and it'll take you to the Paper Genius store. You can see all our products there.
Once again, that's amazon.com/Paper Genius. We'll plug that again later. So for those of you who are looking for gift ideas, looking for gift cards, looking for European quality style paper made notepads, make sure you purchase all your products from a 100% Black owned business called Paper Genius. Hey. So it's 8:08. Gonna boom like it. Oh,
Hey.
Maurice, today's the 22nd of August.
Yes.
Do you know what this week is? No, I know you don't. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of moving to Atlanta and purchasing my home.
Oh,
hey,
congrats. Yay.
Yes, I am excited. I was like, what are you gonna do for your anniversary? I was like, work. I ain't got no plans, child. I mean, it's been a year and it seems like this house has had surgery everywhere. I had to give it a new refrigerator. I said, girl, honey, them refrigerators ain't no joke.
Okay.
And I'm by myself. So I'm like, girl, when I got that bill, honey, they was like, you want this refrigerator or not?
Or not.
I was like, well, do I have a choice? I mean, do I have a choice? Maurice, refrigerators are expensive.
They are.
Honey.
I mean, you can get a white refrigerator.
You know what? You know what? Do you see this view behind me? This view, do you see this? I can't get a white refrigerator living in this. Here you go. Do you see this?
You got views.
That right there, that's where Nene Leak stay at right there.
Is it?
Yep, that's where she stay right there.
Oh,
Period.
And she don't like white refrigerators. Because she walked up in Kenya Moore apartment when she first came on Real Housewives. She was like, not a white refrigerator.
But I'll be honest, she is super kind. She's a nice person. I think when you meet her off stage, let me say it that way. Stage, not in public with everybody being all up in your face. Because I keep telling people that public life is not the life you want, because you can't go nowhere. Boo, you can't do nothing because everybody gonna be in your place. You sitting here trying to sing happy birthday to your baby. Can I get a picture? Huh? Well, I don't want that life. Y'all can have it. I ain't want it.
I don't know. I'd be okay with it.
Child, not. As long as I see it. Coins. Okay, so it's one thing to collect your coins. It's one thing to get your money. Especially if you're doing appearances. Like if you're doing an appearance, yes, I get it. Hey, Walter. We are just having a chat. We got a few topics we're going to talk about, so we're going to go through everything shortly. But we're just catching up right now. So if I'm making an appearance at an event, then that's yes, work. I understand. I got to kiss the babies. I got to sit here and smell something.
And be on.
And be on. I got to be on. Like, I got to give that persona that I have on TV. But when I'm not getting paid and I'm just out with my friends, I don't necessarily want you up in my face. I see it every day at my job. Like, they legit come on and like my coworkers are like, why are the celebrities so kind and so nice to you? I said, because I treat them like a regular person. I don't treat them like the celebrity or the onstage person they are. I'm like, that's your seat. They'd be like, oh, she's fancy. You need something? Friend, go to sleep. Because you about to work my nerves. I treat them like regular people. Yeah. And they legit, like, I always tell people, one of my favorite people that I've ever had, of which I've met many celebrities, but the biggest person that I really like, I mean, y'all ain't gonna think she big, but I think she big. I met Karrueche Tran on, and I think I talked about this before. Baby, I live for Karrueche, honey. Let me tell you, I live for Karrueche Tran. But baby, Karrueche went to sleep. And I was like, I ain't gonna bother her. But when she woke up, I said, you didn't eat. We just flew a whole 5 hours across the country. Don't get off this plane saying we ain't fed you. She was like, you a mess. I said, I'm just letting you know. Don't try it. She was like, oh my gosh, I so love you. I said, girl, everybody else does, so why wouldn't you? And I kept it pushing. But you just have to treat them like regular people. Right. And respect their boundaries when they're not on stage. Mm-hmm. And then I think from there, you'll probably see that side of them that you really would like to see. It's when you're in their space and not treating them, with respect when they off stage.
I can see that.
So, but I don't want that life. So, let's go ahead on and get into this, to these topics real quick. Let's do it. So I did put on here, I want to talk about summer travel because I need the kids to know there are multiple things that I want to talk about. Maurice is going to talk about what he did this summer, but y'all know that I went everywhere this summer. I was in London, Amsterdam. I didn't do Paris, which I wish I did do Paris. I had a love affair in Amsterdam, so that's all I was doing. Oh. Listen, I had a love piece in London. In London too. You gonna make that face, Maurice? I mean, I'm gonna get into it. And I just did Barcelona. You gotta say Barcelona. Yeah. Barcelona. You can't say Barcelona. I did Barcelona this past weekend. And then somebody said, I heard somebody say, I want to go to Ibiza. I said, what is Ibiza? I said, Ibiza? Ibiza. Yes. I said, Ibiza? They was like, how do I get Ibiza? What is that? That's not a location. I said, girl, you can't go no place if you can't say the name correctly. It's just like saying you want a Hermes bag. You want a who? I want a Hermes bag and go to Ibiza. Girl, first off, we want an Hermes bag and we would like to visit Ibiza. Let's say it correctly. Period. However, I did learn some new things this summer.
I bet you did.
Honey, I learned some new stuff.
New trick.
Mama learned some new tricks this summer, honey.
All right.
Because I learned some new things. Like I hope I'm saying this correctly. There's a luxury perfume de toilette line called Loewe. Have you heard of her? Oh, yes, honey. She is.
Where you get that at?
I want to say it's Parisian, but they sell it. When I went to Barcelona this past weekend, they had a huge Loewe store. And then when I was in Harrods of London, they had a huge Loewe display. And one of my coworkers, she was like, "Oh, I want to go over to the Loewe stand." And I was like, "You so shishi, girl." She was like, "Oh, honey." She was just showing me different things. And I was like, I gotta get my edges gelled down for stuff like this, because Maurice, we missing out on a lot by just being Americans. You know,
right. That's true. No, that is true.
There is so many better quality products outside the US. Like, they legit invest in the engineering of these products, and we just accept the status quo in the States and what the celebrities wear. So I'm like, girl, everybody don't want no. Let me stop. Let me calm down. But either way, so this summer I went to many places. My Amsterdam situation, that could have evolved into something serious. Like,
Can it still?
No, it can't. Unfortunately, because I don't know where he is. Maurice, this man, he may not speak a lick of English. He's Moroccan.
Oh, okay.
So that already tell you what he looked like, honey. Fine. When I say fine, because when he was like, "I want to talk to you," I was like, "You want to talk to me?" And I had on this shirt. I was like, "You want to talk to me?" He was like, "Yes, you." And I'm like, "Oh, yes." But we were good. We were talking he would video call me every day, twice a day, when he got up and when he went to work. When he got up going to work, and then when he went to his night job, he would sometimes hit me up too.
Okay.
But honey, I don't know what happened, but we were mid conversation while I was in Cancun, and video went out. Haven't seen him since. Who knows? I know, weird, right? Then the guy in London was like, "I don't want to be in a relationship." Well, friend, let me tell you what we're not about to do, because I'm not about to be flying to London just to lay up with you. I can do that in the States.
I mean,
nope. Nope. Nope.
I mean, it is a long flight, but
it's just London. I could see if I said I was flying to Maldives to get
right.
slayed.
That's true.
Where you going, Maldives? What, to get slayed? Slayed? What does that mean, child? I can't say it. This is a publicly broadcasted show. I'm flying to Maldives so my man can lay me out. Period. Like, girl, no, is that your boyfriend? No, I just fly there so he can lay me out. Period. And I get back on a plane and fly home.
And come back home.
You go all the way over there just to get slayed? Yes, it's worth it. It's so worth it. So what all did you do this summer?
Oh, so I think there's more to that London story, but we'll go back to that.
Well, he's an artist. He's I don't know if he's a rapper or what, but he's an artist. And so he's very busy. He travels a lot. So I guess in his head, he feels, because I don't spend enough time in London, that it doesn't make sense for us to date. And I told him, I said, well, if you give me a reason to spend more time in London, then I could be here. It's like, you can't expect me to just, how can I say this? When I come, if you make good use of the time that I have while I'm here, I can increase that time. But for right now, you're not showing me that it's worth me increasing my time here. So why am I coming here I can work here, let my job pay for my hotel, do what I got to do, and
Yeah.
go back by my business.
Yeah.
Like, why am I going to spend money for nothing? We make
That makes
investments,
sense.
honey. I'm not just
Yeah.
going to. Mm-mm.
That makes
So,
sense.
yes. So, how about you? How about your summer? What did you do? Where did you go?
So he planned. So my birthday is the end of June. So right before 4th of July
You
weekend.
turned
So
30, 31? Yes.
25 is good.
Mm,
What are you talking about? Ooh.
period.
Yeah. And we can't cuss on here, right? So
It don't
he
matter.
was gonna plan a trip for my birthday, and
Okay.
so back up. So we had all these cruise credits. We were supposed to go on a cruise in 2020,
Okay.
and instead of, they were like, oh well, you have to either get the cruise credits. At the beginning, they were only giving cruise credits, and so I
Mm-hmm.
said, well, hold up, because they got to give you the money back. So just wait a little bit, and you'll get all the money back. But
Period.
he went ahead and got the cruise credits. So they emailed us and they were like, if you don't use your credits by like whatever date, middle of July, I think it was, then you'll just lose all of that money that you already paid.
Lies you
So,
tell.
right. And so he was like, oh, well, I got to use the credits. Um, so we got to, for your birthday, we're going to go on a cruise. I was like, okay, whatever. It's already paid for. So we ended up, um, we were looking at the dates, and so the only cruise that like kind of made sense for us was to go on like a Baltic Sea cruise.
Okay.
So I had never been to like that area of the world, so I wanted to like make the most of it. So
Mm.
we flew to Copenhagen, and we
You
did like
got flued out to
flew out
Copenhagen.
to Copenhagen, Denmark, and we did one day in Copenhagen, and then we took the train from Copenhagen to Stockholm, and we
Okay.
did like 3 days in Stockholm, and then we got on the cruise from there, and went all around to the different countries. We went to Helsinki, Finland. We went to Riga, Latvia, Estonia, and then Lithuania.
Oh, y'all fancy.
Yeah, and it was
Honey.
nice.
Hmm. Now, did y'all get out or did y'all stay in the room?
So
Um,
some days you dock later than other days, so we stayed in the room for some days. No, I'm joking, but we
you ain't joking. Y'all was eating pizza.
we did get out because, like I said, I hadn't been to that area of the world,
Okay.
and I wanted to see and I wanted to experience and see what was out in the cities and like get just travel, taste the local food and stuff like that, and that's what we did. It was good. It was cute. It
Honey.
was cute. The one thing about that area is that they definitely don't get a lot of black people. So,
They don't get a lot of black people for a reason.
well, that's true too. So part of me was like, everywhere we went, like when we got off the ship. Well, first on the ship, I was the only black person who wasn't in uniform working. So that was one thing that was like everybody's looking at me like,
You know where you going.
okay, you better go clock in.
Because the minute you said Baltic Sea, I said, oh, they're a little different.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
when we got off the ship, it was almost like a sense of like
Who is he?
wonder. Yeah, like people were just looking at me, and I'm tall, so
Mhm.
they think I'm an athlete, which
Correct.
you know I just roll with it. They be
Roll
giving me
with it.
free stuff, and
Roll with it.
I'm just like, okay, we'll take these drinks. We'll
We'll
take
take
this.
it. Next time you do a shoes, you get out the boat and you go, do that. They be like, he's a basketball player. Who do you play for? I don't
Right,
know who's your favorite team. They're
right.
gonna
So
say the New York Knicks.
one time we went. We actually, we were in Moscow. This was 2 years ago. It's like 2019, and we were walking down the street in Moscow, and these people saw me and they just started running up to me, and I was like, "Whoa, wait, like what's going on?"
Wait a minute now.
And then they were like,
Taking
"Picture,
pictures.
picture, picture," and I was like, "Okay." So like 10 people crowd around me and like start taking pictures, and I was just like, "Okay." I don't know who they told these people I was. They must have thought I was like somebody famous.
Roll with it. Because I'll be riding it every
Basically.
day. Like, yeah, whatever you say. Just don't try to hem me up for no money.
Right.
Well, it sounds like
But,
we both had a very adventurous summer. I have a couple more trips to London to make.
oh, okay.
Okay. Because I don't know, I've fallen in love with so when I started my career, I always said I don't want to go to Paris, I don't want to go to Amsterdam, I don't want to go to London. I've always avoided them. And my coworkers will always be like, the minute you go, you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall in love. And I'm like, child, get out of my face. So I finally went to Paris and I fell in love. I went to Amsterdam, I fell in love. I went to London and I said, oh, you cute. You cute. But let's be clear. Let me be clear. Let me be explicitly clear. If I did not live in the United States and I lived in Paris, London, Amsterdam, Barcelona, any of these other countries, I would have a husband. I want you to be clear. Because the minute she steps off the plane, they're like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like,
yeah.
What's wrong with y'all? Because, baby, in London, them Indian men be like, hey, I'm like, sir, back up. Back up. You in my personal space. I go to Amsterdam, they be smiling. Now, honey, I went to Barcelona this past weekend, and they were like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, you must be smell American on me. Do you smell American on me? So I was like, what is the problem with the dudes in America that I can go out the country and they be like, hey, I go to Peru. They be like, how you doing? How you doing? And I'd be like, why can't I get this attention in the United States? And a little bit of attention that I do get in the United States, child, they be having too much going on. Either way, off of that, we'll get to that back. So the next thing on my poolside chat y'all wanted to talk about was, honey, Miss Monkeypox got the girls going crazy.
Okay, that's why I'm looking at you like, girl, you got all this going on.
Honey, Miss Monkeypox got everybody. Like, when I talk to people, and really it's just Americans, because when you go to other countries, you don't really hear them talking about monkeypox as much. But in the States, it's such a big thing. And I think it's because they have weaponized in my opinion, just solely my opinion, the views expressed on Salad and Fries are those of Salad and Fries and not necessarily deemed to be true by the public. But I feel like they've weaponized monkeypox to be this gay disease and only hold on, let me be clear. A gay male disease.
Right.
Not a gay disease. It's a gay male disease. And essentially no one else can get it, but just gays. And I'm like, it's not a sexually transmitted disease or infection. So why are y'all making it out to be one? Like, it spreads just like how chickenpox spread. I mean, help me understand. Right. So, and then the whole rationing of the
vaccine.
The vaccine.
Yes.
It depends on the state.
Yeah.
Of what I've learned. It depends on the state, because where I stay, child, if the paperwork explicitly says, have you had sex with 2 or more men within the last 2 weeks who could be potentially exposed to monkeypox? What is that any of your business?
Wait, what?
Yes. It literally says you have to check on there, yes or no, if you've had sex with 2 or more men. It specifically says men, or had sex with 2 or more men within the last 2 weeks that were potentially exposed or considered to be high-risk carriers of monkeypox. And I'm like, but it shouldn't matter if who I sleep with. A virus does not know if you're black, white, green, yellow, gay, straight, confused, whatever. It's a virus. So spreading the rumor of how it's spread is through sexual contact. I'm like, no, it's intimate contact, and intimate contact does not mean sexual contact. But people don't read.
Yeah, but you're right. They did kind of weaponize it, and then the I was kind of disappointed not only in like the CDC, but also like the media itself because of the headlines. We live in this clickbait kind of culture now, and everything's about let's get the most clicks. So the one headline that I saw was like was when the kids started getting it, and was like
Mhm.
two kids infected with monkeypox, and they had close contact with the gate. I was like, so now you're trying to just the wording of it was
Right.
not right. And so I'm just like, and then I was actually a public health major in college. So looking at it, I'm just like, there's better ways to disseminate this information and
Correct.
not, target basically a specific group of people.
Well, I watched a this lady, she's an epidemiologist, and she was talking about monkeypox and how she's been studying it since like the 90s. She was like,
Oh
"Oh, I've been
wow,
studying it since the 90s." She was like, "I used to live in the Republic the what is it? You got to say it right. The something Republic of the Congo."
Democratic
Um
Republic.
yes, there we go.
Yes.
So she was saying how she was studying it and how it spreads, and she specifically said it was like the name came from a place for the fact that rodents was actually spreading a virus,
Hmm.
and that transitioned from the rodents to the monkeys, of which, because there's a huge population of monkeys and their interaction with humans, it hence developed the name monkeypox. I said, okay, so it's the same thing, just like
It's
chicken
like chicken pox.
pox.
Yeah.
Yes. She was like, it's still a pox, it's in that family. And she
Hmm.
was like, in the United States, your cities that have high rodent populations, you
Ooh.
may start to see monkeypox spread. And so the guy said, like New York. And so she was like,
Yes.
yes. Because it's such a high rodent population. She was like, it's
Ooh.
not a gay disease, it's not a gay virus. And I'm like, Sha anything. They're like, oh, this is the biggest pandemic since AIDS. And I'm like,
Mhm.
girl, what?
Yeah. So my friends who live in Canada were saying that they would set up, how they set up the COVID tents and you can go and get the vaccine. They had the vaccine tents
From monkeypox.
outside of like the bathhouse. Yeah. And I was like, uh, okay. I mean, meet the people where they are, but
Well, I ain't gonna lie, down here in Atlanta, honey, where you get your COVID stuff, you can get your monkeypox too. Because that's how they have it set up. It's like, girl,
yeah,
you come to get COVID or monkeypox. But
both.
but here's the thing. I walked in to get my monkeypox vaccine, right? Now,
Mhm.
mind you, this is a place where you can get the uh boosters and
Mhm.
monkeypox. I
Okay.
walked in and she said, "You here for monkeypox, right?" And I was like, "Girl, did you just profile me?
She did.
Don't let this bun fool you, girl. Don't let this bun." I started to say, "I'm straight. I don't need the monkeypox vaccine." But she politely was like, "You here for monkeypox? Ma'am,
Classy.
ma'am, ma'am." So I got my first vaccine,
Mhm. Was
and
yours the
now
full or like the diluted?
I have whatever the live vaccine, whatever they call it. So it's two
Okay.
doses. I have two doses.
Mhm.
I got the first dose, and I get the second dose in September.
Okay.
I just know it's a live vaccine. That's all the paperwork said. But they also talk to you about like this new COVID vaccine that's coming out. I said, girl,
Not
y'all
too
ain't gonna
much.
science project me to death, honey. Because since I was born, since we 80s babies been born, y'all done doped us up with some of any and
Everything.
everything. I told somebody I said I had mumps. What is it? Mumps, measles, rubella vaccine.
MMR.
Yeah.
You had to get them to go to school.
To go to school, especially in South Carolina. April said, "Did they really?" Yes, April. They did. They did really say, "Girl, you hit a monkeypox." Yes, they did. But yes, you had to get all these vaccines, and I told somebody, I said, "Well, I know I ain't having no kids at this point because they done doped me up with some of everything." So at this point, I will be, for me, I'm personally afraid to have children because I don't know how all the vaccines that's in my system, how it's going to impact me having kids. It's like, will they have a birth defect? Will they later on in life have some type of issues? I don't know. And excuse me for being so naive, but I'm just afraid to try to make any babies. I mean, primarily because I can't have any myself. I'm trying to get pregnant, you know. It would have been great if I got pregnant by Moroccan Bay, honey. We would have some pretty babies, honey. The minute I looked at that man, I was like, we would have some pretty babies. He's like, yes. Yes. I just love how he talked to me. I always say, he's like, what? I'm like, no. This was he would do this to me. Let me turn around. I want to see. Baby, he like looking. He like looking at this black. That's why I said I would have me a husband. That would have been my. You need a green card.
90 days fiance.
You want a green card because baby, I'm ready to make this happen. So either way, anything else you want to talk about as it relates to monkeypox and virus? Oh, child, you know the whole polio thing spreading again too.
Yeah, it's everything out here.
I said, you can't be messing with nobody. You gotta stay home in a bubble. Like, girl, I can't touch nobody.
That's what I do.
We'll leave that part alone.
Nowhere.
We'll offline about staying home. So, let's talk about you. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Ben and Jennifer, but I don't want to talk about Bennifer right now. I don't want to talk. I want to. Now, all of this that we're getting ready to talk about, I know this is completely off script. All of this that we're talking about is allegedly. So, did I send you the link for the Wendy Williams TMZ video or interview?
Yeah, I had seen part of it before.
Okay, let me be clear. I love my Wendy. I'm a ride or die to the wheels fall off. But there is something wrong. Okay? When she put her foot up in the camera.
Yeah, them ham hocks. Yeah, them things.
I said, who would let you do that? The new guy is definitely capitalizing off of all that because she was talking to Harvey and she was like, do you understand? And I was like, because I watched the whole interview and I just literally watched the whole interview like, girl, you in danger, girl. Molly, girl, you in danger.
You are in danger. I don't know. I'm afraid for her because it's not looking good.
It ain't looking good at all, friend.
That's all I got to say. And like first the extended hiatus from the show. I think it was the divorce that set her off.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be very clear. I think he was instrumental in her keeping it together.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
He's not perfect, so because of his infidelity, like I feel she stayed in a relationship because he kept her together. You know, it's like she recognized what he brings to her. You know, it's like, girl, you will completely fall apart if it ain't for this man. You'll be a mess. And now that he's gone, we're seeing her unravel. Yeah. And I think, yes, the divorce and everything that has occurred over her life has just hit her all at one time. And it's like, girl. I watched her brother interview and her brother was like, it ain't looking good, y'all. I was like, damn.
And she looked a mess. Like,
a mess.
You don't have anybody in your corner to be like, girl, no, we just gonna stay in today.
Now, allegedly, according to her brother, allegedly, she don't want people who are gonna hold her responsible around. So it's like she pushed those people away. It's like, nah, we good. We good over here, son. So I think
the problem.
She pushes everybody away. I think in her head, she probably think there's nothing wrong, but it's like, No, sis, there's a lot going on, honey. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on. So either way, moving off of her, moving on. Next poolside chat. Baby, I sent you that article from TMZ, honey, about the people having sex at the game. Girl,
I mean,
we couldn't wait till we got home.
or at least go to the bathroom.
I mean,
Like a respectable adult.
they were in the bleachers getting their life, honey. Okay, so for those of you who are just tuned in or are watching, we are talking about this. There's a couple, allegedly. There's a couple in Oakland, California, that was at a game, literally having sex during the game in the bleachers with everyone around, getting it in with no shame.
None.
But Maurice, let me be clear.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the only ones doing it. I live in Atlanta, child. You never know what you're going to roll up on down here, child.
Oh. Okay.
You never know what you're going to roll up on.
Wow.
Friend, there's a video going around of the kids having sex in front of the Krispy Kreme sign. Like, you know, the drive-thru, honey. The kids having sex at the drive-thru on the Krispy Kreme sign. Friend.
Oh, my God.
Now, I'd rather this couple that was having sex in the bleachers at the game other than, well, let me go get me some donuts and I roll around through the drive-thru. Oh! Not you leaned up against the sign getting your back blown out.
And no judgment. I mean, I'm sex positive.
I'm all about
get it in,
but let's get it in. But friend, you getting your back blown out in front of the Krispy Kreme sign. It brings a new meaning to put punching holes in donuts. She got her whole.
She got glazed.
She got glazed. What kind of donuts you want? Glazed, preferably with the creamy kind. She got glazed donuts. Child,
I don't want that.
Let me be clear. You can roll up anywhere and people be getting it in. Okay, so like this weekend, while in Barcelona, there was some of my coworkers went to the nude beach. One of my friends, he said, look at this video. Men going at it on the beach. Friend.
I mean, when the urge hit.
Friend, I'm not having sex on no beach, honey, because that sand back up in there ain't right, honey. You showing no sandy kitty. Ain't nobody want no sand abrasions. No sandy kitty. Girl, what wrong with you? Girl, she got a sandy kitty.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Honey.
That's gonna sting a little bit.
A little bit, friend. I ain't trying to have no sandy kitty. I'm sorry. That ain't happening. So that leads to my question. Where's the weirdest place you've done though?
I'm a virgin.
You ain't got that ring by being a virgin.
The weirdest place or like
The weirdest, probably most inappropriate place to do it.
Most inappropriate place. Does the club count?
The child, the kids always be sucking dick in the club.
I've done more than that in the club.
No judgment. No judgment.
But it was in an enclosed space. The bathroom door locked. It was like one of those. It was a handicap.
I mean, honey, that stall is big. That stall is big for a reason, honey.
But people are like banging on the door trying to get in. I'm just like,
they trying to get in and join the party too. While you playing?
Yeah. But
now I'm trying to think. Where have I done?
What about you?
I've always been so scared to do stuff in public. Where would be the weirdest place?
Ooh,
I mean, I did have a rendezvous or two at a park in New York.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, but everybody had a little licky in the park. That's about all I've ever done. I really haven't done anything in any weird places. Like, I live on the 21st floor of my building. I haven't even had the urge to go do it on a balcony. I'm like, girl, for what? Now, maybe when I get furniture on my balcony,
How about that?
that might change. Because right now, I don't have no neighbors on the other side of my balcony, so I can get it in. But we'll see. So, yes, boo. So, what else has been going on, boo? We're gonna get into this political stuff in a second.
All right, my dog is barking.
Hey, little one. Your dog said, "What's the tea?" Y'all, Maurice got to deal with his dog. Who all's in the chat? Get in the chat. We gotta wait for Maurice to come back on. He's tending to his fur baby right now, y'all. So let's get into this. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Let me get into this 2024 political election preview. You're in PA, so y'all have anything interesting going on?
Dr. Oz.
Listen, how do you think that's gonna pan out?
I mean, he's gonna lose. To the man who just had a stroke, which
yes.
Ooh, but
he wasn't even he had a stroke on election day, right? Or the day before?
The weekend before.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a surgery. Also.
I don't know if he had a surgery.
I remember it was all over the news because he won the Democratic side.
Mm-hmm, correct.
Okay. This is going to be interesting because when they said Oz was running, I was like, girl, for what? Stay on TV. Just focus on TV, friend.
But the thing is, he doesn't or didn't. I think he has a property here in Pennsylvania, but I don't think he actually lives in Pennsylvania. So the people were kind of coming for him about that. And then he just is not, well, I mean, he's a perfect candidate to lose because you don't want a strong candidate.
Hopefully they won't shame us and be like he won.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know about this, friend. Can we just stick to being the MD, honey? Because right about now, you're acting more like a first-year nurse. But either way, we're not even going to go there. Georgia's going to be interesting because
Herschel Walker. I did not know that was his son. The light-skinned boy. He be going off on Instagram.
Which one?
The little gay boy.
Not Shamar.
I don't know his name, but I think his name might be like Christian or something.
I have to look him
Walker. Up. But I read that was Herschel Walker's son.
Child, that whole situation is a mess. Like, that ain't even focus on. Like, if they vote him in, Maurice, it's just going downhill from there.
Wow.
Now, I will say, what's interesting is our gubernatorial race. Like, baby, our current governor has mailed out checks to people.
Oh.
They did refunds. If you are a Georgia resident and you filed taxes for the last 2 years, you got a refund check with the governor's name on it. I said, girl, you sending out checks for votes. Then, on top of that, I've never seen this man face in the airport. When you land in Atlanta, honey, the first face you see when you leave in that airport is his face.
Oh, wow.
It used to be like ludicrous. And then you would see the little girl standing in front of the Olympic sign. And then you always see the mayor. Honey, they said, go ahead on and put Sis up there. Sis be up there saying, hey, welcome to Atlanta. And I'm like, girl, I can tell it's time for you to be voted out because you up here telling some, hey, welcome to Atlanta. Girl, go on about your business. So, but all I got to say is this presidential race, you better pay off my student loans if you won't just vote. That's all I got to say.
You ain't get that.
I voted you in because you said you was going to pay my student loans. Now you out here telling me something you didn't want to pay my student loans.
They said he's going to come out with some kind of announcement about student loans in the next week or so.
Well, by the 31st because I guess the
Okay.
moratorium ends on August
Oh,
31st
okay.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he's supposed to come out with something so that, we can say, oh, okay,
Oh,
but you
sure.
paying off everybody else's student loans but mine.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The public service workers, some of their loans have gotten paid off. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, if I see one more post about somebody else's
One
student loans
more.
getting paid off other than mine, we're gonna have a problem. Girl, I voted for you because you're supposed to pay off my student loan. Maurice, I'm for real. Like, why bro ain't pay off my student loans yet?
I mean, he's gonna wait until like right before the election, I think.
At least give me 10 grand.
Something.
Goodness. Now I'll be happy if he give you. Nah, honey, I'm all on Elizabeth Warren plan. Give me that good old 50. I'm good because that gonna clear me out there, bro.
That ain't gonna happen.
I'll be like, I'm good. I'm Gucci. My bills are paid. No more salary for me.
That ain't gonna happen.
Child, that's a mess.
It is.
So, well, either way, we're reaching the 9:00 hour.
Already?
Yes. It's
Oh, wow,
8:51,
that's
boo.
quick.
Listen, it don't take that long. Time flies when you having
It
fun. You
does.
got a
It
fresh
does.
bang, child. I get my hair done on the 13th of September. I am so ready to get my hair done. Oh, you don't understand, Maurice. Walk around with.
Well, I don't have nothing, so.
Well, I was heading in that direction, and then I said, let me just go. Let me just I let my hair grow out just long enough
Just long enough.
so she could attach. And I said, now we good. Now you can't tell me nothing. It's bun for days, honey. Bun for days. And I think that's what kind of attracts the guys outside of the US. Also, it's like when I walk in and they see my hair, they look at my hair and they're like, but honey, I had to do the Matrix on this lady the other day.
What happened?
She hands started reaching toward my hair. I said, ain't nobody ever told you not to touch no black people hair. She was reaching for my bun. She was like, I like your hair. I said, that's good, but you ain't got to touch. Ma'am, I don't know where your hands been.
Wow. I didn't know they're still doing that.
There is only one set of hands, 2 sets of hands that can go in his head. Mine and Nadia, who does my hair. If you ain't one of them two, don't be reaching for my hair. This is my crown and glory. I don't know what spirits you trying to attach to my hair. Because the minute I got these dreads, somebody was like, be careful when people touch your hair because dreads carry energy. I said, oh. I said, that's why they be so. I didn't learn that it's so spiritual about their hair. So I said, don't touch my hair. Don't touch my crown and glory, baby. Keep it pushing. I don't know you like that. Next thing I know, all my hair laid out in the bed because it done fell out, girl. Because put some roots on there. Hey, the roots. Put a root on my hair. Well, either way, boo. I always enjoy chatting with you.
Always. Thanks for having me.
I know. I have to get up there hopefully soon. It probably won't be till like the fall because summertime. I'm out of the country.
It's too hot up here anyway, so.
Well, I mean, I like Philly. I had a little piece there, but we ain't gonna talk about him, honey.
I remember him.
He started acting crazy. Listen, I got a lot of little pieces in Philly, honey. Even my old Philly piece from LA resurfaced within the last month. He was like, what's been going on with you? I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't talked to you in 2 years. You must have found that I was messing with someone in Philly. Because the Philly network went out.
Mm-hmm. That's how it always be.
Like,
bro. Small.
Listen. But I was considering going back to LA. I ain't got slayed in a while. I'm just saying. Baby, listen, that slaying had me flying to LA all the time.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Listen, that's why I keep telling people, y'all really Philly boys alone, honey, that have y'all bank accounts empty. Have you sitting on the side of the curb, rocking back? What's wrong with you, child? She slept with a man from Philly, child. She slept with a man from Philly, honey. But either way, make sure you go ahead and plug your information. Let everybody know how they can find you on your social medias, as well as plug your businesses and podcasts, boo.
You can find me on the category is pod on Instagram. Sorry, my dog is going off. Also, Paper Genius on Instagram, and the website is www.papergenius.com. You can also find us on Amazon at www.amazon.com/papergenius.
Let them know. Well, thank you, Maurice. It's always a pleasure having you on. I will see you next
Thank
time.
you.
Hold on. I'm going to put you in the background just for a second. All right,
Okay.
boo? Thank you. Well, guys, I have enjoyed having Maurice on tonight. We were supposed to have Dewayne, but Dewayne got caught up with travel. So he'll make our next show. We'll have a good kiki with him next time. But it was such a pleasure having each of you here. Make sure you go to our website at salad-in-fries.com. Also, from there, you can follow us on Facebook, and you can follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe all to our YouTube channel, because the more you like, the more I like, the more we grow up and become monetized. Hey! But either way, thank you guys so much for choosing to follow us, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next Salad and Fries show. Bye!